Hello everybody and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included, now into the tubular update. And before we start, I haven't even unpaused yet. I was looking at a couple things to try to figure out what to do. And you know how we wanted water to go through this? Well, we might be able to generate power at the same time. Because if we go to the oil refinement, if you look, the second effect down, we output 60 grams per second of gas. Now, if we go over to power, our natural gas generator takes 60 grams per second of gas. And it outputs carbon dioxide just as the petroleum generator creates carbon dioxide. So the idea is that we could have the natural gas. If we make this big enough, we could just have the natural gas generator on one side, and the water that it drips will just flow across both of them and cool them both off to some degree. So we won't even need necessarily a lot of any funny business, really. So with the pipes, with bringing this down, because we could have that go down like that, and maybe even cleaning out the stuff in general. But maybe having this stripped down, because it is going to clean out the air in general too. So, but there is still a lot of air in here, and I need to be careful from now on, because I forgot that the longer the game goes, if you have a polluted water area, it's going to be heavily pressurized with air. Like, there is almost 100 kilograms per tile here. And for comparison, there's only about 1,000 there. So there's 10 times much per tile in this little area right here. Same for down there. So, and that goes for any area that has polluted water in it. See how much pressure this is built up? And we broke into this kind of. Well, maybe not. But, ooh, there's some natural gas down there. How's there natural gas down there? That's weird. Anyways. So, we do have to remember that, holy cow, 100,000 kilograms. 100 times more than what's in the base. Holy cow, just in that little area. If we open that up, that's going to pressurize this entire room very, very easily. And there's actually a lot of natural gas that's in here. Has it been separating? That's weird. And we have chlorine right here, which is kind of interesting. And then carbon dioxide. So where did all of the polluted oxygen go? We have hydrogen up here. And we have the polluted oxygen in this little ladder well. Okay. That's interesting. I'm thinking we should actually put a pump, because there's a lot of energy out in here. But anyways, let's get back to the concept at hand. We do need to apply some jobs, because all the dupes are idle at the moment. So let's get our idea for the oil refinery. What do you take? You take that. Now, here's the concept. We could make it out of wolframite. And what that would do, or wolframite, and what would that would do is allow it to expel the heat it gets into the environment more easily. And I'm thinking about doing this with the petroleum generators too. Because the idea is, well, no, never mind. We have to do those out of the gold amalgam, because if we're going to try to make steam, it needs to get over 100 C. So, never mind. But the idea for the refinery, and even how much heat does this put out? Holy, that's a lot of heat. Okay, so this won't be able to be operatable all the time. We're gonna have to figure out a way to keep this thing cool. Does it have output? It outputs steam? It outputs steam. And it has a carbon dioxide out or gas output. Liquid intake. What liquid do you take? Oh, the petroleum, obviously. Takes 240 power, which we should have. How much power does this take? Oh, wow, 480. Okay, but that has to be manually operated. All right, let's try to get to plastic in this episode. At least making some. Oh, gosh, I did not mean to do that. Okay. Anyways, so... the plastic makes a lot of heat and outputs steam. So what we want to do is actually almost make another separation tower, but because it doesn't output anything onto the floor, does it? No, but it outputs carbon dioxide as well. Oh, but that's directly into a pipe, so we don't have to worry about that as much. We just have to worry about the steam. So we're going to have water getting produced. So what we're going to do is we're going to build like another little chamber over here for these. And again, we're going to have a little cooling system that we're going to place above, just like we're going to use the little cooling system to try to help cool down the water, because the water isn't getting cooled down fast enough by the Wheezewort. Maybe if we get the other two Wheezewort right there, but at the moment, it definitely is not getting cooled quick enough. So, yeah, we are going to have to figure that out. All right, let's get the dupes working. Let's see here. We're going to 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's right. That's the perfect height. We're going to do insulated because we're going to actually deconstruct that, because we're going to need this to be pretty good. We have a lot of abyssalite, but we made this out of sandstone, right? Details, yeah, sandstone. So we're probably just going to do the same thing here. It's not going to be a do or die kind of needing insulation. Let's see the size of it. It is a 3x3. Now, how are we... Oh, wait. And one last thing that we have to figure out. How are we going to split up the petroleum? Now, if we do 1 power to either side, it means that we can have 2 plastics per. Or we could just leave it at 1 plastic, 1 power, and that way the dupes won't have to be manning the power generation all the time. We might even actually be able to put a little tank down here that they can operate it for a good amount of time, and once it gets to a certain point that it just disables the generators, and that way we have a reserve kind of thing. And that might actually be a good idea. So we'll work into that. So it's a 3x3, right? So, and I think I will section it off, or should we just make it right here? So if it's a 3x3, it would be able to be right here, right? So oh gosh, it didn't make sound there for a second. It scared me. Then we're going to want this to go down. We don't really want it a very big room. We want to replace the floor. Then we're going to want a ladder. Okay, I don't know why we're using igneous. Probably because we have the most of that. Like that. And we'll have cooling systems up here. In fact, we might be able to use that cooling system for in here maybe, but we'll see. But that's enough to get the dupes working, so we can actually unpause it now. Let's put in this iron door and go. And well, I was about to say, in fact, we can disassemble all of the ladders, but I want to give it a second to get some of that built. Actually, we can build down or deconstruct it down to there, I think. And that will still be able to build it. Right? Oh, they might not be able to reach this one. Maybe? No, they should be able to stand in the doorway and do it. Right? Well, they delivered some sandstone into it. Okay, so deconstruct those. Deconstruct that. We're going to want one of these. Now, see, this is another one that we could wolframite, because we could just have it expelling a lot of just in general heat, and that would allow it to cool down faster. Oh, actually, you know what? Mesh tiles. We're actually going to have to build this a little low. Let it go. Yeah, we'll make the mesh tiles out of this. So we're going to make 2 mesh tiles, and then we're going to do insulated tiles down here. About to there. And then another door probably right there. And all of these need to be manual airlocks because no dupe is going to be actually going in here. Dupes will be going into there, so maybe making this automatic. But very rarely should dupes be going into this lower section. Actually, you know what? Deconstruct. Because it's going to be creating water, right? We don't want the water to be up that high. Oh, actually, that one could have stayed. Oopsies. Okay, let's put that there. Let's get an airlock right there. And get this dug. So we're going to have water right there. We'll actually make the press. I'm thinking out of gold amalgam just because steam is hot. And that's going to be an issue in its own right. And it is thermally reactive, so it's not like we're going to be missing anything. So we'll do ventilation, we'll do gas pipes. Now, what would the best way to do this be? Could snake it down like that, and it would go back into the wall. Right? No, it's going to exit the opposite side. So what we're going to do is have this come out like this. Oh, wait, cancel. Cancel those. We want to make sure that these are made of thermally reactive if we can. And nothing that gives decor or... well, maybe overheat would work. Yeah, let's make them out of obsidian. We have actually a lot of igneous. Let's do it out of igneous. Okay, and we just bring it down. Snaking it around. And then we have insulated, which we'll make out of sandstone. That goes up and... Now, how are we going to have this exactly up here? Because we're going to have something. Okay, you know what, dupes? Dig it out. And both of those. Because I don't want the slime in there in general. Actually, let's just dig this out completely like that. And we might actually connect it up to here to some degree. With a sideways airlock. But let's try to plan this out. So this is going to have cooling for this little section too for our separation tower, right? So we will need some ventilation. And we'll have a power switch to over here so that when it's running, or that we can control when it runs. So, really? Where did all the... Okay, you know what? Open. Open. Let that air out. We have a deodorizer, so it's not like it's going to cause any issue, really. Okay, so let's see. If we have both of them kind of output into the same spot, if we have them both run back. In fact, let's put a ladder setup in here, and let's actually build the cooling area that would be in here. So maybe it comes out right there. We can have it go along like that. Then insulated pipe going back this way. Oh, but we're going to need the insulated pipe for this down here. Unless we put it through the opposite direction. Because what I'm thinking is that we have the outputs in the same spot. So we can have both the outputs. And I think this side is going to need a little more cooling. I could be wrong, though, at the same time. So we can have it like this. And then if this is the input, this is the output. Wait, how long is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 1, 2 plus 4 2s, that's 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Right there. And then they already built that, so I need to deconstruct it. Well, deconstruct that one. Go. And we'll have it come this way. And we'll have it like that. And then we'll have a gas vent right there. Cancel, because we want it made out of iron. Yes, out of iron. Like that. And I just realized the cooling units on this side are going to have to be a little funky for me to be able to hook everything up right. Maybe even up on a little lip or shelf over there. Okay, we can get rid of these ladders, because we don't need them. Make sure that it's the ladders I'm deconstructing. Then we will say a gas pump. Doesn't need to be anything special, right there. And utilities. Thermoregulator. Oh, and these are going to get hot too, though. So they only output 17 each, though, so it's going to be a lot less than what it would be. Okay, we need this side set up first. And gas pipes. Half going this way. Actually, no, it's going to be warmer air that spills into here, too. You know what? Actually, I have an idea. Well, no, that would kind of negate it. Okay. Or maybe we can have one more right here that a third output and then it just spills back into the room immediately. But the idea is, actually, let's deconstruct, or not deconstruct, cancel that one and that one. Let's make them out of, or let's make them the insulated. Okay, go. Like that, and then we'll have the insulation connect. And so there, that way we'll have this all nice and powered, or cooled, not powered. We will need a pump down here for clean water, because that will be a thing. And we will need pipes. I don't think... This is going to be kind of hot water, though, at the same time. We do need to get it across this, so let's just tile. I don't care what it is. This isn't in anywhere that we need actual nice-looking stuff. Over here, we'll have a ladder coming down that we can put it up through for the time being. And we will need to dig this out so that they can go through the area. There's a bit of iron around here too that we'll be able to cherry pick if need be. In fact, let's actually do that for those two. Let's close these doors. There's a lot of pressure in there now. We don't need it to be that impressive. Oh, we will need an airlock right here. Deconstruct. Because we don't want that air to get up there necessarily. Horizontal. Close. Let's make sure that this bottom area remains closed off. And we have a bunch of idle dupes again. Let's look at the power systems. You are overloaded. You have nothing on you. Okay. Well, not nothing, but not a lot. Oh, actually, they got all that built. So, deconstruct. All of that. That'll give the dupes something to do. And this carbon skimmer, I think we can actually deconstruct all these right here. They're not actually being terribly useful at the moment. So, but we'll get to that in a moment. Let it play. Wire, iron. Let's have this kind of snake around through here. And do we have the switch? Yeah. And let's just put the switch right there. We do have the high conductive wire, which we should actually start replacing through the base. That takes refined metals though, so we'll have to work on that. Okay, so this goes to enough items to overload the system. Maybe we'll need that refined iron, or that high capacity one sooner than I thought. So let's queue up a bunch of that. We'll actually replace it with, oh gosh, it takes 25 too, rather than the normal 5, right? Oh no, it's the same. Okay, so it's just going to be very expensive. Wait, are those separate from the actual? Or are those... Oh no, okay, they are replacing it. Okay, good. Okay, heavily... Okay, we're gonna have to wait for them to punch up some some refined. So every one that we do gets us 2 of these wires. Which is actually pretty bad. But we're going to need it if we're going to power these things without much issue. Because that's going to be over 1,000, and they're all going to have to run pretty much at the same time. The liquid pump won't always be running, but close enough that to the point that we're gonna have to ensure that it's not that bad. Okay. Okay, so they'll get that done. It'd be nice if this thing auto-queued if there was something that needed the material. Okay, so the dupes are just going to be walking around idly at the moment. Let's pause it for a second and see if there's anything we can do with them. You know what? We can have them explore. Let's have you keep going up to about right there. I really don't want to go through all that liquid and drop it. Actually, we could drop it into our basin right there. It's not like it's actually having any issues, so yeah. Now this will only keep a couple dupes active for the time being, so we do need to do something else with some of the others. That is the side of the map, which means that there's not really anything else. There might be another Weesport in there though, so let's build a ladder right there and continue digging over this way towards that door. Oh, hey, it's at the exact level too. Oh, actually, that's right. And the anti-entropy neurothermal or thermal nullifier is over there as well. So that should get a couple of the dupes at least working while the iron is being punched to correct proportions. Let's have this liquefiable polluted ice. And we'll have that, well, we'll just have that on a 5. We don't need stuff to be put into there any quicker. And how is that doing for cooling off the area? I don't think it actually cools off the area while in it, is the problem. It is creating a vacuum, which says unbreathable, but that doesn't necessarily say a temperature. Anyways, we're getting a bit of carbon dioxide coming up through here, and that goes up into the... We have the annihilator up here with... Not getting overpressured yet. It's getting there, though. But that is working beautifully. And not taking any power doing so. And the... Whoa. Activation time at... Is it actually working? Did it get... Yeah, I got rid of it up right there. And that is, I think, okay, too. Okay. It just did it so quick because we're on high speed that it worried me. Ooh, the frog got me right there. It worried me a little bit. Okay, so we'll be able to get over to this thermal nullifier, not neuralizer. This isn't MIB. And hopefully we're working our way up here as well. It looks like it, because we do have a couple more things. If we get any more snow and whatnot, that'll be able to drip into this and cool it off a bit. In fact, we could probably swap this to so that it starts cooling the water in general. Because we have enough water for the time being. So let's swap that to cool mode. And we need more iron queued. Because they stopped working on that. But that will be the end of the episode. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do leave a like, as it does help the channel. And do subscribe if you're not already, to catch the next episode as it comes out. Wow, this pressure is not really pressurizing in it there very well. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, please leave those in the comment section below, and I'll get back to them. Or I'll get back to you as quick as I can. But for now, that is it. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good one. Goodbye.